So, as we come to look at this passage with the lens of kind of our mission strategy and what we do in mission as a benefice, I think it starts with a challenge to start looking at our culture and the culture around us through the lens of a grumpy outsider. So, firstly, we need to learn to look at the culture of the people around us as that outsider, because that is how Christians in a secular world are meant to see the world. In 2 Peter 11, we are told that as Christians, we are foreigners and strangers on this earth. As Christians in a world that doesn't recognize Jesus, we need to be able to look at our culture in the same way that Paul looked at the Greek culture and could immediately see what was wrong with it. He saw the idols all around Athens and he knew what the problem with Athens was. So we have that same ability to look at the issues that are going on around us and know what the problem is. We'll come back to this a bit later. But before we move on, just note that that first step in our strategy is about noticing the problems in the society that we're seeking to reach. So once Paul has identified that the issue for the Greeks is idolatry, his next step is to start putting himself in a place where he can meet with people and start challenging them about this. Verse 7 of our passage says this: "So he argued in the synagogue with the Jews and the devout persons, and also in the marketplace every day with those who happened to be there." And it's those few words at the end that really strike me: with those who happened to be there. Paul put himself in the central places in the life of the people of Athens. He went to the temple where he knew he would encounter Jews who lived in Athens. And he went to the marketplace where he knew he would bump into the ordinary people as they went around about their day-to-day lives. And that's really important because Paul doesn't want to do what it might have been tempting to do. When I get fed up in the National Trust, what I really want to do is sit in the cafe near the way in, plonk myself down at a table and mutter to myself about Chartism until Esther is finished and we can go home. The equivalent of that for Paul would have been to find some wall on the outskirts of Athens and just sit on it, muttering about how idolatrous everyone is. But that's not what Paul does. He doesn't choose to sit on the outside and throw stones at those on the inside. He chooses to go to the very heart of the city where the people are, to engage with the people where they are at. He doesn't expect the people of Athens to magically come around to his way of thinking and his way of doing things before he engages with them.